You're watching Steve TV. That's right, Steve TV. Yeah, another one. There's another little seal.
Quella lì?
Yeah, I saw that one.
Bella.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
bella. Yes. Molto bella.
Molto bella.
Hello, darling. Hello, darling. You got a cold? Fa freddo? all my Italian's coming back to me now. No. Look down here on the rocks. And down here, all on the rock. Beautiful. Could stay here all day. Look cute how they get under there. You won't find any penguins living here because seals eat penguins. I found out. Didn't know that. I just can't get over how beautiful nature is. All those sea lions laying there on the rock. Basking in, there's no sun, so they're not basking in the sun. Good thing they got lots of blubber to keep them warm. Sorry?
Did you get the baby playing?
Yeah, they were so cute. And there's a whole heap on the rock down here.
No, okay.
There's heaps of them, isn't there?
Yeah.
No penguins though.
No. I knew that once she started going around. Jay, she did a turn.
Oh, look at her, little sweetheart. Ah, smells good. The penguin man told me that it was going to stink here, but it doesn't stink. It smells beautiful. It smells like the sea. Smell. It smells like Australia.
3 times.
Pie and sauce. Billy tea. Lamb chops. This is me walking up that hill. Who says going on a tour is an exercise? Certainly exercise for your eyes and every part else. Spectacular, huh? So glad to bring it to you. I hope you enjoy it half as much as I am, and then I know that I've done good. It's gone. Yeah, but not very often. I live in Melbourne, we get more rainbows than the rest of the country, let me tell you.
Lives in St Kilda, probably can't see bloody tall buildings. It's not I was going to say it's about like last time we came to
Can't believe it.
5 years ago.
it's disappeared. There was a rainbow. I said I could feel a rainbow, and it was right behind it.
You want to move a bit across here? That makes it easier for me. I don't have to shout.
Pelican parade. Oh, some grumpy ones.
Scavengers. Ah, you all had a fairly good day? Yeah. You think I wear this hat to keep the sun off my head, don't you? I'm not silly. Yeah, being on Kangaroo Island, weather like this, you can't miss, can you? Now, my name's Roger, and welcome to the Kingscote Heliport. This is the busiest pelican airport on the little island. Sorry to explain it. We're the little island. That's the big island over there, that big hunk of land, and that's more commonly known as mainland Australia. We're also part of Australia, but we call the little island, or more affectionately, Alcatraz. We're over it. We're over it. Now, just a few announcements before I start. If one of these guys happen to sidle up next to you, don't feel the urge to pat them, because I think you're trying to feed them, and your fingers could end up as fish fingers. We don't want that. Just let them be. They're quite fussy what they eat. If they happen to mess on your shoe, that's good luck, and we don't even charge for that, okay? Go for it. Also, photos and videos, go for your life. However, just now, when I go into the water and feed them, and I happen to stumble and fall in the water and make a complete idiot of myself, no more photos, okay? I don't want to be on YouTube next week. Stupid pelican man falls in the water, devoured by pelicans. Also, a quick commercial. Every night at 7:30 and 8:30, in the building behind, we have little penguin tours, and it takes about an hour, and it just consists of a quick talk on the fish in the aquarium. Then you go out on the boardwalk with lighting and a guide and commentary, and we go and look for the little guys in the blue suits. And there's some chicks around, so you might see a feeding actually. So that's 7:30 and 8:30 every night. Also, if I can ask for a donation from everyone, $4 per adult and $3 per child as you leave, and that's to cover the cost of the fish, which we have to get from the fish processor every day. And when the fishermen don't go out during the bad weather, we have to keep expensive freezers going, because these guys get fed every day. That's Good Friday, Christmas Day, just another day for them. So just I beg your pardon, just a $4 donation and a $3 for children would be appreciated. We don't accept Visa, flowers or chocolates, okay? Fair enough. Now, before I feed our feathered friends, just a few words on them. Their Latin name is Pelicanus conspiculatus, but I think they're over that insult years ago. And they're a very sociable animal. They do almost everything together, as you can see. And there are 7 species in the world, in the temperate and subtemperate regions of the world, and Australia has 1, on the continent of Australia and Tasmania. And are there any visitors from Texas here this afternoon? Nobody from Texas? Oh, what a pity. Because I usually point out that Australia has the largest bird and the most beautiful bird. Usually makes their day. Well, there you go. Now, they look rather large and cumbersome and heavy, but they only weigh about 6.5 kilograms. That's without a gutful of food. Their wingspan's about 2.5 meters, and if you stretched one out, they'd be about 1.8 meters tall, which is about 6 foot in the old language. And their lifespan is about 21 years on average. Now, one of the few birds that have their 4 toes joined together, and that assists them on the when they're paddling in the shallows. A bit difficult to walk on rocks and what have you, but they like our new butte platform. That's nice and flat for them, so they're enjoying that. Also, funny enough, for a water bird, the Australian pelican lacks oil or grease on their feathers. And so when they're out a lot, during the rainy weather, cold weather, the water penetrates their feathers, gets on their bodies, and makes them shiver. Now, there's a few shivering around here. I don't think that's the case. I think they're just a little bit nervous. Big crowd. They'll be right. Now, the male is slightly larger than the female, and their bill is slightly longer. And that yellow water stain, you're bossy, aren't you? The yellow water stain on the chest donates that that's a mature bird. And the youngsters are a mousy brown. Now, there's one over there just getting out the way. Mousy brown with a whitish type bill. Now, where are they found? They're found in rivers, large lakes, estuaries, near the sea. A lot of them migrated to the northern shores of Lake Eyre a few months ago when the water came through. And they're having a party on the River Murray now. There's water in there, so they're having great fun. Now, there's some lean and hungry looking seagulls over there. What I'll do is I'll try and entice them with a bit of fish. Now, this irritates the pelicans no end, because they think it's a complete and utter waste of fish So there might be some aerial combating around. So if you haven't got a hat, good luck. If you get anointed, that's good luck as well.
Look at him.
Off you go, mate. Whoa! Oh, I've got a visitor, have I? No, you're not a seagull. No, he's got a few takers over there. And not let him get away with it. Oh! Off you go, mate. Nah, spat the dummy. There's always backup. Go, mate, go. Ah, he's a goner. He's a goner. No. Yeah, spat the dummy. Now this mousy brown big bird here just flying past, that's the juvenile Pacific gull, and the adults is, well, it's all a big joke, isn't it? That's the Pacific gull, the partners, they mate for life. And they have the largest bill. Geez, the party's getting rough. They have the largest bill on the of the seagull series, and they certainly know how to use it. I think they're related to the pig. Oh, we're not winning it tonight, are we? Just excuse me. Go, mate. Now they've got to learn to pedal fast and eat on the wing, otherwise they lose out altogether. Another visitor. Okay, lucky last. Here we go. Gee, excuse me. No, spat the dummy. Okay, lucky last. Here we go. Go, mate. Go, go, go. Oh, he's a goner. Now, the poor old seagull's been rubbished over the years, if you pardon the expression, because they do live in rubbish tips. But there are about 44 types of seagulls in the world, and Australia has one, the silver grey seagull, as you can see, with a wingspan of up to about 90 centimetres. And they're born scavengers, but they play a very important part in the coastal regions because they keep up the intertidal zones clean. And of course, a lot of them have migrated inland to go and live in tips and what have you. But they're a very intelligent bird because there's a seagull in America that actually uses bits of bread to entice goldfish. And that's the way he catches his fish. And there was a seagull spotted in Aberdeen in Scotland who used to fly in at the delicatessen and pinch bags of crisps outside the delicatessen. And he came very often, and they used to watch him. But it wasn't just ordinary chips, it had to be Doritos, cheese and onion. He loved them. Now the pelicans don't mate for life, and they breed in colonies, sometimes thousands at a time. And they can actually breed any time of the year. When there's rain, there's food, and then they will breed. Now during the courtship period, both the male and the female do what they call is pouch rippling, and the bottom bill vibrates against the top bill many times a second, and that causes the pouch to ripple, and it's quite funny. It's like a flag waving in the wind. Now the female lays up to 4 eggs a few days apart in a very crude nest on the ground, and the first egg's usually the largest, and that's the one that'll survive because that's the one that'll get most of the food. Now, contrary to popular belief, the pelicans don't bring back the food for the young in their bills, they actually bring it back in their gullet, and they regurgitate it for their youngsters. Now that's probably going to put a few youngsters eating off with mum and dad tonight. No, you'll be right. Same as usual. Now once the chicks have left the nest, they form creches of several hundreds, and that's where they learn to fly. And we can learn a lot from them with flying because they can actually fly up to about 3,000 metres in the air at a speed of about 56 kilometres. And it's been recorded that they can actually stay in the air, just going from one air thermal to another, with a few flaps of the wing, for up to 24 hours. Now, how do they catch fish? Well, they work in numbers, they get their bills in the water, they agitate the water, and they get the fish to congregate in the shallows, where they scoop them up with their bills. Now, their bills can hold about 13 litres of water, which is over a normal household bucket. They filter the water out, and they swallow the fish, usually head first. Now, their bill works in two ways, like a normal bird, but the bottom bill actually opens out, and that acts as the scoop to scoop up the fish.